miss. Can you hear me, Warren? Hold on. No, I didn't change mine yet. Can you hear me now, Warren? No? Oh, sorry. Yeah, exactly.
My picture does not look correct. What my background is, right? I can hear
Thank you.
Mr. Song and your.
What is your background, Jan?
You don't recognize it?
Hold on. Let me get closer. Oh, that's hysterical. It's not really funny, but you have a nice wife who maybe tells you it. No.
No, you know what that is, right?
That's isn't that Archie's place?
No, that's not Archie's house. No,
Whose is that?
that is from Roseanne.
Oh, there you go. She's a whack too. Good evening, attendees. Thank you for being in. Hello, Mr. Cuff. Did you stay up for that game, Mr. Cuff? Because that was a big old disappointment. You're muted, Mr. Cuff.
I did, but I was doing other things, so it wasn't that bad. But I figured they would have the downtime after the 50-point game. I totally expect them to win. I expect them to win. Was it tomorrow night? Tomorrow night.
Yeah. I don't know. I expect them to win, period.
Okay.
Period.
I thought that 50 points was a lot, but I think next game.
Yeah. Yeah, Embiid did not play well yesterday at all.
Nope.
But Ben's looking like a rock star.
If they all put it together and if they get enough support off the bench, they'll be okay. Just gotta get consistent help.
Yeah, which we don't have.
Mr. Tong is breaking chairs again.
Are you breaking chairs, Mr. Tong? Give that to B-Coats. Shh. I don't think we've done that to him yet, have we? Oh, here he comes. Too late. Never mind, B-Coats. It's a joke for another day. It's a joke for another day. Hey, listen, I got a question. So Hello, Mr. Khan, Miss Cook Henry.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello, Dr. Watson Bowie, Miss Shako, Dr. Lee, Miss Blackwell. Thanks for being here this evening. Hello, Miss Richardson. Hello, Miss Commodore, Miss Moore. Hello, Miss Seward, Mr. McKay. It's getting a little icy out there.
Can you resend me the link for tonight's meeting?
Hello, Mr. Callahan. Miss Germana, Miss Tong.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Tong.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. What papers are you crinkling in my ear, Miss Luella?
I don't know. I'm just reading. Was late reading my material, some of it. So
Got
are you?
it. Good. I can hear you turning pages. That's how
You can.
that's how fabulous this all is.
I see. I thought I was doing it smoothly, you know.
It's all right.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, family.
Good evening, Miss
evening.
Hopkins, Miss Ivory.
Oh, why we got a bit of feedback? Echo.
All right. Doctor. No, you have to put your headset on.
Mhm.
At the end of the thing, right here. Yep, right. He's muted, but his sound is coming out his computer. Ooh,
Still feedback.
we're getting it solved. Yeah, it's a long hold. And then just make sure you're set. Oh, it looks like it is.
Hello, can you hear me?
Sure can.
Okay.
Why is it coming? No, he's got something wrong here. He doesn't have the right under mute.
Hello. There it is. So microphone should be MPAL 5.
There it is.
There you go. All right. You don't have to listen to Dr. B Coates in triplicate, nor myself. Ugh. Ugh. I can't. Hearing my own voice is it's not good.
Scary.
What are you laughing at, Miss Luella? All right, it's 6:32. We'll get started at 6:34. Mr. McKay is frozen. Oh, there he moved. Oh boy. He's in deep thought. Yeah, it does. Looks like a rough night. Yeah. That's she's on mine. Do you have 2 pages? Huh. I see her. We'll get through it. Miss Tong, do you know if it's just you this evening?
No, they're coming. Mohammed's school Chromebook won't let him launch Zoom, so he's trying to find a way in. And Paul's on his. Yeah, Paul's here.
Great, I see Paul now. Thank you. Does Mohammed want to call in?
He's figuring it out.
Okay, all right.
Oh, no, I know. I've heard.
The connection. They can't. Well, that's when you punish all for the few. That always happens. All right. Good evening, everyone. We're going to get started. Thank you so much for being here this evening. We hope that your families are well. First is salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag
of
of the United States of
America,
and to the republic
for which it stands,
one nation,
under God,
indivisible, with liberty
and
justice
justice
for all.
for all. Whew, that was hard. Roll call, Mr. Cuff, please.
Sure thing. Good evening. So, Ms. Boykins is not here yet. Mr. Callahan?
Present.
Okay. Ms.
He is
Cook
present.
Henry? Ms.
Present.
Ms. Cook Henry? I see her. Okay.
Present.
Thank you. Ms. Ivory?
Present.
Mr. Richardson?
Present.
Mr. Tong?
Present.
Mr. Wright? I do not see Mr. Wright. Ms. Hopkins?
Here.
Good. Ms. Hoff?
Present.
Okay. And Ms. Tong?
Here.
Mr. Vandy?
Here.
And Mr. Bangora has not logged on as of yet.
He
Okay.
might be a little late.
Okay, thank
Not
you.
a problem. Thank you all for being here. I did not have time to create a report, but I did want to offer a hearty congratulations. Let me just read this, please. To our Penwood mock trial team. The Penwood mock trial team had its first competition of the season against Mary and Mercy Team 2. Penwood won all 3 ballots. Pearl Miller won Best Advocate, Josiah Pollicard won Best Witness, and William Johnson's closing argument received a perfect score from one of the judges. Congratulations, Mr. Diaba, who is the team advisor. Also to note, Ms. McClinton's Youth Town Hall, Representative McClinton's Youth Town Hall, previously scheduled for February 26th, has been postponed by her. We will let you know when the new date is coming. Dr. B. Coates, your report, please.
Good evening, board members, and to our attendees. It's good to see everyone this evening. Three things I want to share this evening. Today I had the opportunity to participate in the 6th grade Black Wax Museum. I guess it was a session that was held at Bell Avenue. And I do want to thank Ms. Javon Oates. And specifically, I want to highlight the 6th grade teachers, Ms. Frazier and Ms. Wiesner. Your classes did a phenomenal job. To the boys and girls in the 6th grade at Bell Avenue, you guys really represented Black historical figures from a phenomenal standpoint. I was able to learn something myself today as a part of that process. So thank you very much for those efforts. And I think they were greatly done. So kudos to the 6th grade class and Ms. Wiesner and Ms. Frazier, as well as Ms. Oates for her leadership. Secondly, I want to thank the newspaper staff, specifically the writers, as well as the editor and the faculty advisors of the Penwood Gazette. I did have the opportunity to review the Gazette. It's an outstanding issue. Various things are highlighted, and I think some of our students are doing some great things at Penwood High School. So continue to do all of those things that are going to promote community and achievement. So thank you guys very much for your efforts, and thank you, Dr. Lee and your administrative team for your leadership. The third thing I would like to highlight is specifically for the board members. As a follow-up to our discussions regarding program quality review of our HR functions, I wanted to remind the board that this evening in the agenda, there's a specific motion that we are requesting the board to approve that would allow us to partner with the Bucks County Intermediate Unit. They would be providing a program quality review of the district's hiring and personnel training practices to ensure that the district has the appropriate personnel practices in place. As a part of this program quality review, this unit, the Bucks County Intermediate Unit, will also ensure that the human resources staff knows how to handle any findings or determinations on any clearance report. And they will also review the human resources information system for tracking purposes to ensure that all staff and contractors fulfill state code requirements on mandated reporting, as well as other requirements that we have. So I wanted to make sure that the board was aware that that item is indicated in your board report. It's item C10 specifically. Ms. Hoff, that concludes my superintendent's report for this evening.
Thank you very much, Dr. B. Coates. Okay, may I have a motion to approve the agenda, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any changes to the agenda? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone against? Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the minutes from the business meeting of January 25th, 2021?
So moved.
Second.
Any changes to the minutes of January 25th, 2021? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone against? Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the minutes from the committee meeting of the whole on February 16th, 2021?
So moved. Second.
Second.
Any changes or questions on the committee meeting of the whole minutes of February 16th, 2021? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone against? All right, thank you very much. Remarks by our student representatives. Ms. Tong, you're up first.
Good evening, everybody. I hope everyone had a great February. All right. I wanted to tell everybody a quick rundown of my experience of in-person learning at school. I started my morning off in my first period class. I was given a wipe and hand sanitizer to wipe off my desk in each class. Throughout my day, I only had at most 5 people in my class, and the least amount of people was just myself and the teacher. I received a mask and a thermometer as well, and that was my experience as we start hybrid learning.
Thank you, Ms. Tong.
Yeah.
Mr. Vandy?
Hello.
Hi.
All right.
Hello,
So kind of
Mr. Vandy.
follow Caitlin's lead, I also want to talk about how my first day in school was. It was pretty good. All the teachers seemed really excited to see students, back for the first time to really get that face-to-face interaction. And that was really enjoyable for me as a student. I also didn't have that many students in each of my classes. At most only had 3. But I hope as time goes on, more students feel comfortable coming in and kind of being with their teachers. The only bad thing might have been that I didn't receive a mask or thermometer. I'm not sure what happened, but I think that'll be fine. I think that's fine though. I think that's it.
Great, thank you, Mr. Vandy. Mr. Bangura, good evening.
Good evening, board. In my experience of my first day back, I also got mask and thermometer. We're still getting used to the social distancing at lunch, but other than that, my first day in school was swell.
Great, thank you. Thank you all 3 for coming in. Appreciate it. All right, we have no special awards this evening. Are there any public comments regarding agenda items? You can put your question in the Q&A or you can raise your hand and we will let you speak. All right, I do not see any questions regarding agenda items at this time, so we'll move along. Any communications, Mr. Cuff?
No, ma'am, there are no communications.
Thank you, Mr. Cuff. All right, now committee reports. A1, Penwood FBLA competes in the regional conference. Congratulations to Jediah and Twig, who won first place in business ethics. Nashari Stewart, also in 12th grade, won first place in organizational leadership. And Fafali Tasiglo, and I'm sorry if I got that wrong, send me an email and correct me, won second place in impromptu speaking. All 3 students have qualified for the state competition to take place April 2021. Congratulations to Ms. McGarvey, their advisor and teacher. A2, high school sophomore, selected as junior council person for Lansdowne. Naomi Larity, a Penwood High School sophomore, was appointed to a 1-year term as a junior council person by Lansdowne Borough Council. Naomi hopes to gain experience in public service, learn how borough meetings are conducted and how concerns are addressed, and get a firsthand look at borough management. Good luck, Naomi. A3, high school senior, receives Widener University Leadership Award. Mark Karakari, Penwood High School junior, was selected to receive the Widener University MBC 10 High School Leadership Award. Congratulations, Mark. That's a really nice award. A4, kindergarten pre-registration for the 2021-22 school year. It's Monday, March 1st through Wednesday, March 31st. The list of documents you need is on our website. It's all virtual, So please, no delay. Let us know that your kindergartner is coming. Your child must be age 5 before September 1st, 2021. No exceptions, please. Any questions or comments from the board on the community agenda, community relations agenda? Okay, hearing none. Education Committee, I will take in Ms. Boykin's absence. B1, the purchase of elementary science textbooks for grades K to 3. The motion is to approve the purchase of the Twig science and investigation materials for use at the William Penn School District Elementary Schools K to 3 at a cost not to exceed $341,000 for a 6-year subscription and associated professional development. B2 is the purchase of science textbooks for grades 4 to 12. The motion is to approve the purchase of Elevate Science and Investigation materials for use at the William Penn School District schools in grades 4 to 12 at a cost not to exceed $732,000+ for a 6-year subscription and associated professional development costs. B3 is the purchase of math textbooks for grades K to 8. The motion is to approve the purchase of Savas and Vision math materials for use in the William Penn School District schools K to 8 at a cost not to exceed $567,000 for a 6-year subscription and associated professional development. B4 is the purchase of math textbooks for grades 9 to 12, and the motion is to approve the purchase of Carnegie Mellon Mafia print and digital math materials for use at the William Penn School District schools, grades 9 to 12, at a cost not to exceed $378,000 for a 6-year subscription and associated professional development. Any questions from the Board of School Board Directors?
You need someone to move it, Jennifer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can someone move that, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions from the Board of School Board Directors? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
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 Anyone against? Okay, thank you very much. Personnel Committee agenda, Ms. Ivory, please.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
The superintendent recommends the following personnel actions. C1, retirements. A, professional staff. Crystal Mascantonio, who's been with the district since November 15, 2007. 2, Aaron Slimbach, who's been with the district since June 17, 1996. And Ms. Janet Worrell, who's been with the district since September 6, 2000. B, support staff. Ms. Dawn Fry, who's been with the district since July 5th, 2006, and Ms. Linda Thorpe, who has also been with the district since July 11th, 2006. And we would just like to thank everyone for their services over the years, and we wish them well in their years for retirement. The motion is to approve the retirements as indicated as above. C2, death of an employee. Support staff, Mr. Robert Palmer. Effective December 14th, 2020, Mr. Palmer had been with the district since January 13th, 2020, and we continue to keep Mr. Palmer's family in our thoughts and prayers. The motion is to approve the separation due to death as indicated above. C3, appointments. A, professional staff. B, leadership team at Bell Avenue Elementary School. C, supplemental contracts. The motion to approve the appointments as indicated above, contingent on receipt of appropriate clearances and physicals as required by law. C4, stipends for support staff. Mr. Gary Rickards, lead school safety officer, shall receive a $750 per month stipend for additional duties assumed, effective date retroactive to February 17th, 2021, through the time that the coordinator of school safety and security position is filled. The motion to approve the stipend as indicated above. C5, changes in assignments. A, support staff. The motion to approve the changes in assignment as indicated above. C6, leave of absence, professional staff. B, support staff. The motion to approve the leaves of absences as indicated above. And C7, human resources consulting services provided by the Delaware County Intermediate Unit. The school district will utilize human resources consulting services on an as-needed basis from the Delaware County Intermediate Unit beginning February 11th, 2021 and ending March 15th, 2021. The total cost for this service for 40 hours per week would be approximately $16,479. However, we do not anticipate using that many hours and expect the cost to not exceed $17,000. The motion to approve human resources consulting services provided by the Delaware County Intermediate Unit as indicated above. I'm sorry, C8, appointments. A, support staff. The motion to approve the appointment as indicated above, contingent on receipt of appropriate clearances and physicals as required by law. And C9, termination of services. A, support staff. The motion to approve the termination of services as indicated above. Okay, I'm sorry. C10, program quality review of personnel, hiring, and training practices. The administration recommends utilizing the Bucks County Intermediate Unit to provide a program quality review of the district's hiring and personnel training practices to ensure the district has the appropriate personnel practices in place to track the collection, review, and handling of employee and contractor background clearances. As part of the PQR, the BCIU will ensure that the human resources staff know how to handle any findings or determinations on any clearance report and will review human resource information system tracking to ensure that all staff and contractors fulfill state code requirements on mandated reporting practices, training requirements, and recognizing grooming behaviors. The BCIU will also conduct an on-site review of arbitrarily selected personnel files and spot check clearance and training tracking in the district's HRIS system. The BCIU will provide the Board of School Directors a summary report of findings, if any, and will make any necessary recommendations for future action or consideration if findings so warrant. The cost will be $150 per hour, not to exceed a total of $7,500. The PQR is expected to begin late February 2021 and be completed by March 31st, 2021. The motion to approve a program quality review PQR utilizing the Bucks County Intermediate Unit as indicated above.
Thank you, Ms. Ivory. Thank you, Ms. Ivory.
You're welcome.
May I have a second by the Board of School Board Directors?
Second.
Any questions from the Board of School Board Directors? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Anyone against? Thank you. Mr. Tong, Property Committee agenda, please.
Property Committee agenda, D1, settlement between William Penn School District, the Borough of Yeadon, the County of Delaware, the Delaware County Board of Assessment Appeals, and the Archdiocese of Philadelphia. The motion is to approve the settlement agreement between the William Penn School District, the Borough of Yeadon, the County of Delaware, the Delaware County Board of Assessment Appeals, and the Archdiocese of Philadelphia regarding Holy Cross Cemetery located at 626 Bailey Road, Yeadon, and the assessment value and tax exempt status. That is.
Thank you, Mr. Tong. May I have sorry, go on, Mr. Tong.
No, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Tong. May I have a second from the Board of School Board Directors?
Second.
Any questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Anyone against? Thank you. E, Budget and Finance Committee agenda. E1, Treasurer's Report. E2, List of Bills. E3, Consulting Agreement with PHS Partners, LLC. The motion is to approve the consulting agreement between the William Penn School District and PHS Partners LLC as indicated above. This agreement is subject to the district solicitor's review and approval of the form and content. A4 is an agreement with Bayada Nursing Services. Motion to approve an agreement between Bayada Home Health, Inc., DBA Bayada Staffing as indicated above. May I have a move and a second, please?
So moved.
So,
Any questions from the Board of School Board Directors? Hearing none, all those in favor, say aye.
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 Anyone against? Thank you. There is no policy committee agenda, correct, Ms. Hopkins?
I'm sorry, I was having difficulty getting myself off mute. There is no agenda. However, we're going to have a policy meeting on March 4th, Thursday, March 4th at 6:30 p.m.
Thank you, Ms. Hopkins. Solicitor's report, Mr. Khan.
Good evening. There were several executive sessions between last meeting and this. There was an executive session on January 27th, another on January 29th, and a third on February 4th, all of which were to discuss personnel items. Thank you.
There was also one on February 16th, Mr. Khan. Personnel.
Okay. Oh, prior to your committee of the whole meeting. Gotcha.
Correct.
Thank you.
Correct. Thank you. Any old business, Mr. Koff?
No, ma'am.
Okay, new business. Election of a candidate as a Delaware County Public Schools Healthcare Trustee. The motion is to elect Catherine Schlesinger to represent the William Penn School District and to serve as a member of the Delaware County Public Health Healthcare Trust Board of Directors for a term commencing March 15th, 2021 and ending June 30th, 2022. May I have a move and a second, please?
so moved.
That we elect Catherine Schlesinger to represent William Penn School District and to serve as a member of the Delaware County Public Schools Healthcare Trust commencing March 15, 2021 and ending June 30th, 2022.
Thank you. Did I have a second?
Second.
Great. Any questions on the Board of School Board Directors? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Anyone against? Okay, thank you. No report on Delaware County Community College because Mr. Wright is absent. Ms. Hopkins, do you have anything for Delaware County Intermediate Unit?
No, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Hopkins. Delaware County Legislative Council, I will say, and I will thank the Board of School Board Directors that could attend. We had a very successful Zoom with our legislators. Every one of them was in attendance or sent a representative, so that was fantastic. I want to thank Ms. Bookman and Dr. Beekos for setting that up. Our legislators are mostly working on the budget right now, so please think pleasant thoughts, let's say. Do we have any comments from citizens regarding non-agenda items?
Ms. Hoff, before we move on, I forgot on my policy report to state why we were the purpose of meeting, and the purpose of meeting is that we're going to review the students' record policy. I apologize.
Great. Thank you, Ms. Hopkins. Any comments regarding non-agenda items? One hand is raised. Ms. Moore? Hello, Ms. Moore. You can speak now.
Good evening. I'm curious as to if I can get further information as to what is driving the board and the team to make the decision to only send the children one day a week to school. when we're seeing surrounding schools within Delaware County move to 5 days a week, and you guys are only pushing for 1 day. So I'm really curious if you could help answer those specifics.
Great. Dr. B. Coates, please.
Sure. Thank you for raising that question. The administration has visited each facility and identified the maximum number of students that we could have in a building while providing social distancing at the 6 feet distance recommendation. And based upon the size of our classrooms, the configuration of our buildings, we are able to put students in grades K through 8 in, I'll say, in groups of 3. And at the high school level, we're able to put students in groups of 4. And so that limited us with the number of students and the number of days that our students would be able to attend school based upon the guidelines that are set forth by the Chester County Health Department as well as the CDC. So we continue to utilize that information as we make decisions regarding our hybrid learning plan.
So, so this is Miss Morgan. So even with the movement of shortening the distance between going down to about 4 feet, I know you guys are saying you're following the 6 feet, but they're saying about 4.5 feet now, as well as the numbers that you have seen return in school. There's no way you can push for more students to get in school consecutively versus 1 day a week, or send out a survey to the to
that is
parents to see. Sorry.
That is something that we can definitely take under advisement, but at this time we are sticking with the hybrid plan that we have developed, but we will definitely take that under advisement and continue to look at the data related to COVID-19 and take all of those things into consideration. And a survey is definitely something that we could consider as well.
Okay, that would be very much appreciated.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Moore. I appreciate you sharing those concerns with us.
Miss Calvin, you can speak now.
Good evening, I guess it is. How's everybody doing?
Good evening, Miss Calvin.
So I
living the dream, Miss Calvin.
I'm living the dream. I just don't know whose it is. I was concerned. My son came home from practice today with this paper about having to sign to get antigen testing each week. And is that something new we're putting into place? And what happens if we opt not to have that test each week? Does that mean he's not going to be allowed to play? And does this have anything to do with the cheerleading situation?
We are asking that all of our athletes, if you are going to or plan to participate in the upcoming season, we are requiring individuals to participate in our antigen testing. It is one of the mitigation efforts that we have in place in the district. And we are expanding that to athletes. And so that is the purpose, because again, one of our goals is to mitigate the spread of the coronavirus.
So you said you're requiring it. So that means if he doesn't want to do this test each week, he can't play.
That is correct, ma'am. And it's for the health and safety of not only your child, but all of the other athletes who are participating in sports, as well as students who are entering our buildings, as well as staff members as well.
So are we requiring the students to do this test each week, or just athletes?
Right now, it is the athletes. We're starting with the athletes as well as all of the staff members.
So, oh, wait, I'm confused. The staff is being required to do this each week now too? I thought it was just.
They're not required. It's being
optional.
strongly encouraged that they participate. It's being strongly encouraged that they participate. Yes, ma'am.
But it's going to be required for the athletes.
Yes, ma'am.
Students. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Oops. Thank you, Ms. Calvin. Are there any other questions? Seeing none, I will read. I'm sorry, Ms. Moore, you had another question, please? You can speak now, Ms. Moore.
Thank you. I'm curious as to, in February, with the findings showing that not all the teachers were up to date with their clearances, does that also stand? Do you require your maintenance and other staff to also have their clearances, as well as any subcontractor you may be having coming into the building at any time?
With
It is required of the individuals who are employed through the subcontractors area or arena, if you will. So that would include Airmark representatives and anyone who is working with youth or children. And so we work with the actual subcontractor to ensure that those clearances are in place.
Would that cover anyone coming in for like HVAC systems and things of that nature, the boiler room?
It depends upon their interaction with students. If they're coming in to fix part of the equipment, maybe not. But if it is an Airmark representative who comes into our building on a daily basis or works with or is in the building with students on a continual basis, on a daily and continual basis, yes.
Then how would you be able to guarantee their protection if said contractor needed to use the restroom? And even if it was, say, 3:30 after students had let out, but there were students for some reason still in the building, maybe for after school activities, sports, things of that nature, that their safety and well-being is being put first.
Dr. Bicos, can I jump in?
You sure can.
William Penn's policy on clearances is slightly more aggressive than what is actually required by the state, with very, very narrow exceptions. Pretty much everybody who comes into district buildings will be required to have a clearance. There will be circumstances like an emergency HVAC repair where it is not feasible to get a clearance ahead of time, and usually then always, we will assign an adult to be with them if something like that happens. Someone who does have clearances will be with that adult for the duration of their visit. There are some other very narrow exceptions, like when work is done and we know the building is empty, but otherwise, William Penn's clearance policy is more aggressive than what the state requires.
Okay, and do you also follow up with student first and your bus drivers as well as your bus aide to make sure that they are following?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Whoops, thank you, Ms. Moore. Any other questions? Hearing none. This is an announcement of future meetings. The following meetings will be conducted via Zoom remotely. Access instructions may be found on our website, williampennsd.org. A personnel committee, the Board of School Board Directors, will be held on Tuesday, tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. on Zoom. A policy committee meeting of the Board of School Board Directors will be held at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, March 4th, 2021. An education committee meeting of the Board of the School Board Directors will be held at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday, March 10th, 2021. A budget and finance committee of the Board of School Board Directors will be held at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, March 11th, 2021. The next meeting of the Committee of the Whole will be held 6:30 p.m. on Monday, March 15th, 2021. And the next business meeting of the Board of School Board Directors will be held at 6:30 p.m. on Monday, March 22nd, 2021. May I have a motion and a second to adjourn? All those in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Have a good evening. Please mask up. You're all very, very